And for the final battle, we have Mythos taking on NeoBuster. Mythos is using Gear Chronicle versus NeoBuster using Royal Paladin. Nothing about that sentence sounded correct. But this is what's happening, so we're just gonna go with it. Hmm? If Chelsea has headache, then yes, Chelsea needs to go to bed soon. I just realized I said your real name on the recording. It doesn't matter. Screw it. You don't come up in the recording. I think you don't come up in the recording. I'll check later. No, my name has been said in recordings before thanks to Zora. I think. I'll check later. You know my name. You know my name. You know my name. How in the hell is that 16k? I'm gonna guess that was just 9k and Neo double heal triggered. Awesome. Well, it's 2 heals out of deck and he doesn't seem to be running Legion, or at least I don't think he is. So good for Mythos getting those out early. Less likely to be a problem later. And even he says it. The more heals used now, the less chance of 6 heals later. Can't complain about that. Yeah, if Neo was gonna call without riding, there would seriously be a problem now. Rides into Starlight Violinist, uses the skill to counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1, and is gonna get out another grade 2 unit from the deck. Grade 2 of choice. Knight of the Twin Sword. And then calls Knight of Black Mantle. That this doesn't work for that. Okay. Manual. And we have dog again. Yes, we have Nova commentary with special guest dog. You're still not coming up in the recording. She's fine. Good night. Because she's not stuck up like the other two. Good night. Well, Sandy isn't that bad, but you have to admit Maya is kind of. We're gonna have to talk later. We're gonna have to talk later. We're talking later. Did he counter last one and Soul Blast one to call a grade 2? Mm. I didn't. Mm. We're talking later. Mythos lets himself go with 5 damage, and now he's gonna ride. Hopefully. He misrode on purpose last turn. What are the odds that was because he wanted to stride first? Nope, he has a top deck that grade 3. And now we have Chrono Jet Dragon. Stride into Upheaval Pegasus. 4 units onto the bottom of the deck. And then 4 more get called from the top of the deck. 1 at a time. Yes, it is 1 at a time. And Mythos just doesn't give a crap. And Neo isn't happy. Blaster Blade, Perfect Guard, Critical Trigger, and Stand Trigger. That Blaster Blade Spirit would be a good superior call from the deck if, you know, Mythos had some field, but he doesn't. Chrono Jet Dragon skill returns the Stand Trigger because it has a skill. Counter Blast 1 and Soul Blast 1 to return Blaster Blade Spirit, which means an unflip as well as 2000 power added to Glimmer Breath Dragon because that's what it does. And we get Chrono Jet Dragon into the hand thanks to Draco Gunner Gear Draco Kid. So 26k to the Vanguard. NeoBuster isn't guarding. Heal Trigger. Mythos did not unflip for his Steam Fighter. Not sure why he didn't do that. $21 to Vanguard should be 23, but it doesn't change the guard. And now NeoBuster's. You alright? Let's see. Why? I did not. Okay, let me put it this way. How many times has Maya actually come to me for anything? And what does that mean? What do you... It's kind of what that means. If someone doesn't want to be bothered with anyone ever, they're either shy or stuck up. I can continue this. I'm not going to, but I can. Triple drive check Sanctuary Guard is put into there. And now Mythos is deciding to change his game plan because he realizes Sanctuary Guard is an issue. Chrono Jet next stage. And he gets rid of the trigger. No, he's getting rid of the Perfect Guard. Trying to get rid of as many grade 1s or below as possible. And this time he gets rid of a grade 2. Unflips 1 and next stage attacks. 26k to the Vanguard is perfect guarded. And he drops Sanctuary Guard. No triggers for the triple check. Does not go to end phase to end his turn, actually goes to end phase to use next stage's skill. 16k to the Vanguard. Can only guard with zeros. But since it is 16k, it's a simple no pass. So gets a critical trigger, gives everything to Glimmer Breath Dragon rear guard, the one that is boosted, so this is 21k, and 2 critical. Forces out more guard, and the final Glimmer Breath attacks, and it's allowed to hit. Sanctuary Guard would have been drawn had that not hit, but it did. Mythos is fighting. What? NeoBuster rides into alt mail. And now if he activates Stride, he could use a lot of abilities all in one turn. He does activate Stride. So will he get the Soaring Sky Knight alt mail? Yes, he does. The Soaring Divine Knight alt mail. And with its ability, he can flip up 1, call a grade 2, and then the Vanguard gives the ability to give 3,000 to the entire front row. And he doesn't do that. Just tries to get the most out of Pierre's skill that he can. Which isn't necessarily wrong in this case. But there are better things he could have done with the situation. Uses alt mail Stride, alt mail the G unit skill to bring out Knight of Twin Swords, gives it plus 5,000, and plus the entire front row now gains 3,000. So this is a 27k column. This is a 31k column. No, just 20. Mythos having enough to guard all of this will be extremely difficult for him, but it's not impossible either. And now it just might be. Two stand triggers. Tegel attacks, and Mythos' check is not a heal. So NeoBuster takes this round. And Mythos' misride was not intentional. He did not have the grade 3. Then again, the fight itself did say that, but things happen. NeoBuster is Ari's last hope, but he has to take on Sky Limits and then Shotono.